But it's still so fucking weird. Like, I understand. Like, I get it. But I'm still like, that's a little weird. It's weird to go from the adventure games to suddenly having all this importance placed on all the, like, the human NPCs of around the world. See, like, I don't have a problem with this. I don't see what people's fucking major malfunction is. Like, I've got that cognitive dissonance of, I get it, but also why? Like, I know why, but why? You know? It's kind of a double-edged sword. Oh, where the fuck? And as a natural, like, I guess a valid complaint you could have is a natural. I like the level design and the aesthetic design of the various levels, where you're running around, and it really does feel like you're running through this location based on a real place, and I like that vibe. And you know, they did it. You know, the performance might suffer because of it, but they really didn't sacrifice any of the visual fidelity. Arguably, they should have, but they didn't. And because of that, you have some really gorgeous-looking vistas, like the Alaska or Antarctica level that we were running around in before. We were running over the ice beds and across all the snow. Like, it looked really gorgeous. It looks very nice. Like, they didn't slouch in terms of the visuals, and I think it really brings the locations that you do run around into light. But because it's locations based on real-world places, like they're supposed to be modeled after real countries, you kinda don't have levels that feel like Sonic levels, you know? By having quote-unquote realistic levels, you, as a necessity, end up not having levels like Casino Night Zone, for example. You miss out on your Casino Night Zones with level design like this. Gee, I wonder. Or even in Sonic Heroes, the second level, the city with the electrified roads that you speed up when running down. Or even in Adventure 2, where you are running around like the Egyptian pyramids and whatnot. The level design in this game is kind of grounded in a weird way. So if you're like, where's my Casino Night Zone? You know, where are the fun, cartoony, extravagant levels of that nature that you do kind of tend to expect from Sonic? Like, Sonic's a freaking cartoon. Like, hyper exaggerated levels like that are what you come to expect. Do not accidentally run into that first. However, I don't have a problem with it, because, like, I think it just looks good. And I think it's... What is this? Oh. Okay. And I don't have a problem with it because, like, it's a cartoony version of reality. Like, it's not trying to be super realistic, which is one of the problems with Sonic 06, is it was like Sonic in the real world, right? That was the idea behind it. This is like the real world in Sonic's setting. And that feels a lot more natural. And it just looks like... It's not like Sonic is running around a real, actual location. It's based on a real, actual location. Like, it's a caricature, cartoon, exaggerated version of a real, actual location. So it still fits, to me. I don't have a problem with it. It's not, like, off-the-wall, goofy, and like, it's not to that same extent. But I still think it works. I still think it works for, like, what this game's going for. I mean, it is the road trip game, right? I love Tails' like, PDA. I don't even know what we would call that. It's fucking bigger than he is, almost. If you stood that thing on its side, it's as tall as him. It's so fucking silly. Like, not a lot of attention is called to it, but that becomes Tails' new prop from now on. That's like his thing now. From this game forward, he's gonna have that, and he's gonna be fiddling around with it, which I think is pretty funny.
Check it out! Yes, this is so much fun! I love it!
Hey, what's the big idea?
Ooh, look at that! I really know how to dance!
Rape!
Let's dance the night away!
Misogyny!
Yes, this is so much fun!
Whoa! Is there some kind of
Look,
party
the
going on?
one time in a 3D Sonic game
Something's not right here.
where Sonic saves Amy, it's from being part of a dance party that she doesn't want to have anything to do with. And even then, Chip is the one who uses the camera.
Creeps out there.
Carnival creeps. Even then, Chip is the one who uses the camera that exercises them. And Sonic didn't once again, the theme of Amy is a damsel in distress who Sonic never saves. Her knight in shining armor Sonic never rescues her. We're still keeping that theme going. Oh man. Fuck you. Oh fuck. Bitch. Ow! Literally a woo. Literally Sonic a woos. That's so cute. How can you hate the werehog? He's so adorable.
Huh? What was I just doing?
Forcing yourself on a woman? Yeah, here's the most Sonic ever does to rescue Amy, is pick her up off the floor.
Wait up!
Just now. Was that Sonic?
Ah, that should calm things down a bit around here. Chalk another one up for Sonic.
You know Sonic?
Of course. He was here just a moment ago.
Tell me what's happened to him. Please, tell me everything you know.
You see how I'm
I'll
talking?
happily explain everything over a plate of cucumber sandwiches.
Once again, A, the blocking, and B, weird over-importance put on Professor Pickle. Like, he just comes out of nowhere in this game, and he's like the secondary guy. Like, he has this, he's like the king of Hyrule, almost. From Wind Waker, right? That's the role he's played. This camera's incredible, Sonic! See, look at how tall that thing is on its side. It's like almost as tall as Tails is. Jesus Christ, buddy. You think maybe you should slim it down? I mean, we have smartphones today that are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And that thing is the size of your entire fucking body. Someone. Here we go. So here's this side quest where you go around at nighttime and find people who have the sour grapes above their head like this. Take a picture of them. And then that exorcises them. Give them some exercise. Exorcism. Exorcismizes them. Whereupon you have a mini combat encounter. What the fuck? Oh. With 50 fucking Dark Gaia, I think that might be a little bit too much. That might just be a little bit too much. But most of them are just the little ones who go down in one sweep. This is the move that you really gotta invest in your combat ranks in order to unlock, because it just fucking lawnmowers these guys. Like, this move just fucking obliterates everyone. It really... And the enemies that, like, aren't small and die in one fucking hit from it, like these dudes, who are literally dying from one attack. The ones that are on the bigger side, doing that move stun locks them. Like, look, it, bam, knocks them all down. It knocks them out of their attack animations. It knocks them out of their defensive posturing. It just immediately takes them out of the fight. And you can just spam this move throughout every combat encounter, and you basically win. You're basically not going to have any trouble with any of the combat encounters now that you have this move. It's pretty fucking broken. So once again, I don't see what people are fucking complaining about with the werehog. It's so nothing. Oh, these are a new Dark Guy. We haven't seen these guys before. They're fucking annoying. You want to kill them immediately. Fuck, see? Like, it's just too short enough. It's just on that border of too short. Fucking Wizardos. Thank you, guys. Ah, fuck! I pressed Y instead of A. I pressed Y. Why did I press Y? Because the last guy is Y. The QuickTime events are randomized every time. Come on. Y. Boom. I am so not going to be doing these. I'm doing it now to explain it and show it off, but I am so not going to be doing these side quests where you run around and take pictures of people in order to get into mini combat encounters with the Dark Gaia. You don't get anything from it. Like, it's just part of a side quest where people all around the world are getting possessed by the Dark Gaia, and you go... Like, it's literally a game mechanic side quest based around cheering people up and making them feel better. Look, she's all happy now. She got little flowers. And her husband, who she was abusing, is also like, yeah! He's like, yeah, my wife's healthy. You see what I'm talking about? How, like, this game has this tone of... It's just really chipper and optimistic and fun. Like, you're having a fun time traveling the world, meeting and interacting with all these characters. And there's literally a game mechanic based on, oh, they're getting kind of bummed out. Let's help them. Let's, like, take a picture, which is, again, a very touristy thing to do, is going around taking pictures with the people that you meet while you're going around places, buying souvenirs, meeting new people, taking pictures of the new places that you're at. Like, everything about the game, it really does wrap around to supporting that core theme of it's a world adventure. We do need these for reasons. Once again, it's always really weird whenever the rings are an actual resource that is used in-universe as currency. That's really weird that rings are like naturally occurring, and you can just run around the environment and collect them, and then use them as currency in stores to trade for items and goods and services. That seems like an economy that might be a little fucked up. Like, again, it's like, don't acknowledge them. They're just a gameplay convenience, not an actual thing. Anyway. And there's a side quest based around running around taking pictures of people in order to cheer them up. They're feeling bummed out and possessed by the Dark Gaia. Take a picture, and yay, now they're happy. And they're feeling better. Like, that's literally a game mechanic, is cheering people up and making them happy when they're depressed. That's fucking awesome! That's so adorable, right? And now, for the rest of the game, Amy is just gonna be relegated to standing outside the lab here, and will kind of never do anything ever again. I'm not really inside anything. My body just changed into this. So, you know, stop being a bitch. Aw. Does that dialogue change? Probably not, but if we go daytime. I like how it seems like painful and traumatic either way. Yeah, okay, she said, I can't believe it's you inside that thing. Now she says, I can't believe you turned into that thing. Yeah, like, look at this. It's Sonic and Amy, like, Sonic the Hedgehog and Amy Rose. But there's no cutscene of them interacting. That's a little bit of a bummer, right? She only interacts with the werehog. There's no cutscene of Amy interacting with Sonic. That's kind of weird, right? You see what I'm talking about? This game kind of does weird little things. And again, I feel like that's on purpose. It's, okay, our instinct is to zig, so instead we're gonna zag. And like I said, I'm not gonna do any of this. Like, I did the taking photos of people thing just to show it, but honestly, it's not like, if that's your bag, and I do know people who are like, yeah, I like Sonic Unleashed. I'm sure there are people out there who Sonic Unleashed is their favorite Sonic game. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Again, just like there are people who say Sonic CD is the best Sonic game, it's their favorite Sonic game. It's not my taste. You know, it's lime-flavored candy. I'm not my favorite. I'll eat it, happily, but I would choose another flavor over that. It's not my preference. It's not to my taste, but I totally get it. Same thing with this game. It's not to my taste, but I totally get it. Like, there's so much content to this game. There's a lot in this game. And a lot of it, I have absolutely no interest in whatsoever. I don't have a lot of interest in doing these side quests. Where you're running around interacting with all these different NPCs and finding out their little story. Oh shit, I could have died if I didn't have my rings. Like, I've never really, you know, seen or encountered all of the different NPC storylines in this game. I did the boss one. And I do get, like, I like that, but, like, that's something that is fun in the game for me, and I like going through the game. and interacting with all these different unique NPCs and interacting with their story and solving their problems and whatnot and doing stuff with them. That's cool, if that's your bag. If that's something that's like, hey, that's something this game does and none of the other Sonic games do that, if I want that fix, I gotta go here to get it, well then obviously I would totally get why you would count this as your favorite. Personally, it's just not something that appeals to me as something to do in a Sonic game. Personally. Ah, too early. Yeah. I do like, again, this hub environment is going back to the adventure era style, where you're running around this hub world and you collect upgrades. Like, remember how we collected the Lightspeed Dash from the sewer, and collected an upgrade to the Lightspeed Dash from the hotel, and they're not, like, some of them are optional and some aren't. And it's doing the same thing, where, like, we collected, like, spiky shoes in order to do the stomp. We collected a bouncy shoe to do the wall hop. You see, it's sending up the style that Adventure did, but in its own way. Now we bought this, so now we can watch cutscenes, but you have to, like, they don't just unlock as you go through the game. You have to buy them or collect them throughout the levels. So, one of the things you can run around and collect in the level is a tape or like a vinyl disc, and you can come back here and listen to it, but you have to have collected it first. You can't listen to music that you didn't collect that vinyl for. You can't watch a cutscene that you didn't collect or buy that tape for. Which is a little fucking annoying, if I'm gonna be honest.
Sonic!
Yeah, and this is the flow, this is the gameplay loop of the game from now on, is we go to the various locales around the world.
Sonic!
Do at least 2 levels that have, like, the key to the temple. Then we come back and talk to Professor Pickle. Like, Professor Pickle's this weirdly important character in this game. And, like, that's just kind of weird. That's just kind of weird that you have this weird little character. And it's like, I'm the big, important, smart guy who is guiding you on how to get through this adventure and how to save the world, Sonic the Hedgehog. Listen to me, and I will tell you how to save the world. It's just like it's strange. But again, I do respect that it's doing something different. And I like the fucking tone and vibe and sensation of it. But it's just... not something that I would put on the #1 list of things that I would want to play, you know? For me, I would rather go with one of the other games in the repertoire of Sonic games. Like, going around and interacting with all these different NPCs and getting involved in their side quests doesn't really interest me that much. Even doing time attack and score attack runs, doing, like, challenges through levels you've already been through, doesn't really appeal to me that much in order to unlock all this interesting stuff. And doing, like, scavenger hunts throughout the levels doesn't really interest me that much. That's why, like, in the games after this, what we'll start seeing is the red rings, and the red rings aren't something that I'm like, yeah, I gotta go through the level and collect all the red wings. I'm gonna go slowly through this level and keep an eye out for these collectibles and collect them all in order to get 100% complete. Like, Sonic is not a game that I'm like, gotta get 100% completion. To this day, I have never unlocked Green Hill Zone in Sonic Adventure 2, right? But if that's your bag, fucking A, does this game have it. If you really love doing all those, like, side quests with all these interactable NPCs, fucking A, does Sonic Unleashed have your number, right? We're not even the werehog, but we can still say it. And again, I don't know who you think I am, that I'm not gonna pick this. Sonic the Hedgehog just came up to you and said, I'm gonna eat you. Yes. Run, little squirrely. Fear the Hedgehog. This fat little Chinese boy. Oh my god. I've already made my case for... Are they playing Go? They're playing fucking Go! Look at them play Go! Oh shit! That's so cool!
Huh?